What's going on, everyone? It's your boy Cat Life here, bringing you a new YouTube video on Exosisters. Now, Exomami is the #1 tier counter. I would say right now, the next tier counter would probably end up being Labyrinth, and then finally Fluandereeze. Now, I will say this: if Fluandereeze had full power and they didn't have BAP nerfed, and they didn't have Wind Barrier Statue nerfed to the ground and banned, then you know that deck might be the best one. But for now, Exosisters is the best because there is no lady in Labyrinth. So anyways, what are we going to be playing as far as Exosister? We're going to start off by playing DDD Crow at 3, and then we're going to play Skullmeister at 2. Now, the reason we're playing 3 DDD Crow is this is definitely the best one out of Crow, Skullmeister, and the fact of Ghost Haunted Bell. This is definitely the better of the 3 because DDD Crow literally is something that can just target a card and banish it. Meanwhile, these are just negations, and this is just a you know, a way to just discard. So you know, this card is just better in my opinion. Skullmeister is still good, especially with it being level 4. I think this card is actually fantastic because it's level 4. Because you know, if you get an Exosister monster on the field, you can use that also to go ahead and make an XE play. We do have 3 Elise, and then we have 3 Stella, and then finally 2 Irene and 2 Sophia. If you're wondering about my ratios, the reason we're playing 3 Elise is needed to go into, if I remember correctly, trying to think, yeah, so you need Elise to go ahead and summon out Martha. So we need to play 3 Elise, and then on top of that, like if you control another Exosister, you can just special summon this card from the hand anyways, which is really good. And then we also have 3 Stella, because 3 Stella, if we summon this card, we can activate Stella to summon another Exosister from our hand. So that's really good, which works really well with the power of Sophia, because if we summon this, then we get a free draw by summoning Sophia, right? Martha is obviously the best Exosister out of all of them, because this #1 is a 1-card combo, so super good. Then we're going to be playing 2 Dark Ruler No More, 2 Triple Tactics, 3 Fishers, 2 Cosmic Cyclones. Now, if you're wondering why we're playing Cyclone, Cyclone is for the Primitive Planet. This card hits Tears Planet and it will stop them, and then we banish it so it doesn't go to the graveyard. So you know, if they're playing like the Crystal Beast Rainbow package with Emerald Turtle, you can at least banish the thing, and then they can't get that card back, right? So that's really good. We are playing 3 packs, literally the best card in the deck other than Martha, and then we're playing 3 Evenly, 3 Vadis, and then 3 Returnia. Finally, we're gonna cap it off with 2 Soul Drain. Unfortunately, we never see Soul Drain come up in the video, but I really hope it's gonna pay off one day. If anything, we'll probably just cut it, but Soul Drain is such a really good card. If I had to choose to cut it, I would probably end up playing a Ghost Bell, but I think that like Soul Drain is just too good, especially if you're going first. And even though I built my deck to go second mostly, like I just feel like Soul Drain is just really that much better right now than Bell, because this will shut down their whole graveyard and banish, right? Now, as far as our extra deck goes, we are playing Utopia, and then we're also playing Utopia Ray. Now, if you're wondering why we're doing this, it's because with these we can get like at least a Utopia onto the field, and then with Ray we can go ahead and go into the Zeus package, right? So it's really nice. We just go ahead and attack, and we go Zeus, and yeah, get a 4 overlay Zeus. We're all playing Dweller to counter them. We're also playing Baguska, 3 Mikalis, 1 Caffistel, which is going to be our Searcher, which is weird to play 1, but I just feel like I'd rather shut their grave down, so I'm playing 3 copies of Aspiel, and then finally 1 copy of Giverine, which is basically the OTK like card. We are playing 2 Magnifica, and then finally 1 Zeus. So yeah, guys, let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about this deck. How you guys playing Exosister, let me know. But anyways, thank you all for tuning in. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Peace. All right, so we are going to be going second. Now, I know that's really bad, especially when you want to set up. And another thing that's really bad is #1, hold on, let's just pause this. They kind of bricked, right? Like, this is like their plays. I've never seen this deck brick before, but you know, it bricks, I guess. But like I was saying, guys, what's really bad is I was editing my deck around and I forgot to take out terraforming. We do not have Necro Valley in our deck anymore. So we're gonna go ahead and start off with Dimensional Fissure. From there, we're gonna activate Pax. Pax is such a good card. Number one, it baits out an Ash if it needs to. And we can also grab Martha. Another thing what's good about Dimensional Fissure is like they can't go ahead and hit us with like the power of Maxi, because Maxi got to go to the graveyard and it can't if Fissure is there. Anyways, we're gonna activate Capstel. Capstel is gonna allow us to grab a card. We're gonna summon out Stella, summon out Ellis. We get 800 because Stella and Ellis are on the field together, making a Mikalis. Now with Mikalis, we can then go ahead and add a spell trap. We're gonna add the Returnia, and now we have Vadis and Returnia, and oh my, this is not looking good for them. We're gonna go ahead and banish out that really annoying card. That way they can't be shuffling anything, just in case they get rid of Fissure. Finally, we're gonna go to get rid of this as well. So 2 cards gone. They can't just use the shuffle, and then thanks to the power of Magnifica, we can attack twice for 2800, doing 5600 damage on our first turn. Not too bad. Plus with 2 back row and a fake out terraforming, they're gonna go ahead and brick once again. We're just gonna get and banish that card, get that out of here. It feels good to beat Tears, especially when they're bricking. Let's get into next. We're gonna be going first. This time we're gonna summon out Martha. Now with Martha on the field, we can go ahead and summon out the power of Elise, and we can make a Capstel. Capstel will activate its effect. They are going to go ahead with Imperm, which is a-okay because we already have the cards in our hand. That's why I decided to go Capstel, just in case. So here we go. We're gonna activate Stella, summon out the power of Elise, and then from Elise, we are then going to go into Mikalis. And now from Mikalis, we could just end on a Vadis. So we're gonna go ahead and banish that. We're gonna get ourselves a Returnia. So this gets banished. No Impermanent Grave. And there's no reason for me not to do it because the banish effect does go away this turn. And then we could just end on Magnifica and a Returnia and a Vadis. So not bad. Plus we have a Skullmeister. Tears are not looking good. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and banish this card. Let's see what they're playing. It looks like they're gonna be playing some Shadow deck from what I was thinking, from what it was looking. So anyways, at this point, we're gonna activate Pax, right? They're going to Maxi us, which I'm a-okay with. Like, go ahead and Maxi us. We're gonna activate Returnia. We're going to actually play through the Maxi, banish the Returnia, activate the Vadis. And the reason we're activating Vadis last, that way the effect can go in. They will DD Crow us, so it looks like they bricked on hand traps, which is why they wasn't able to do anything. But you know what? That's just how Yu-Gi-Oh goes, especially if you want to play a 60 card deck. I feel like you shouldn't always have full combo. But anyways, we're not going to apply the effect here. And if you're wondering why, you're going to see. Anyways, we're going to activate Sophia, get ourselves a Dark Ruler. Then we're going to activate Irene, toss the Monster back in the deck. And look at that, we get a triple tactics. Let's see what's in their hand, number one. And let's pause that. Bro, what was in their hand, I think was like Thunder Dragon Roar. And I ended up putting back their Gold Sarcophagus, which was just GG's because they literally can't do anything with Thunder Dragon War as they have nothing in their graveyard. So yeah, just GG's. Plus we still had Skullmeister, you know? So, and then we still had plays to go full combo here. There was no need for me to actually have to do anything at this point. I was probably just going to sit on Magnifica. Yeah, sit on the Magnifica and leave these on the field. They were going to banish at the end of the turn, but you know, we would have got some damage off. So let's get into next. All right. Match number 3, and it looks like we're going against some fake Jaden BR, bro. I ain't gonna cap. If this is Jaden BR, I'm sorry, man, but anyway, we're gonna summon out Castel. I really don't know. This is definitely not him because Jaden only plays heroes from what I know, right? And we're about to find out what he's playing. If I don't see heroes, then I know it's not him. Anyways, he is gonna Imperm our Stella, which was really interesting because I thought he would Imperm like the Castel, but nope. Anyways, we do at least get a Vadis that's gonna be set, and at this point they're gonna go ahead and activate a Hero Lives, which is going to actually bring out the Shadow Mist. From there, they're gonna go ahead and get a Mass Change too. So at first I was like, oh, this might actually be Jaden. So then they're gonna toss out the Agito, and I'm just like, I see where this is going. This is Tearlaments. Anyways, Tearlaments is going to activate. They're going to be milling our cards. None of our cards is going to be going to grave because of Dark Law. So at this point, we are going to at least summon out these two. They're going to go and shuffle their cards back in, which is going to allow me to activate my effect. At this point, we have 3 effects we can activate, which I'm really happy about because Rook is going to negate one of them due to its effect. So at this point, I'm just like, all right, we're still chilling. We are A-okay. We're good to go. So that gets negated. Root goes to grave. Sophia will activate. Allow me to summon out Asphiel. Now, Asphiel is the most brokenest card when it comes against this deck because Asphiel shuts down their graveyard effects. So anyways, this will activate. Asphiel will activate. Unfortunately, Rook did go first. So Rook's activation does go off. But we can at least use Mikalis, get rid of that card, and then they're gonna attack with Dark Law, getting rid of Asphiel. But Asphiel already did his job, bro. Like the job is done. So right here, they're gonna go in and poly. They realize that we really don't care about our cards going to the banish zone. So they're gonna go ahead and get rid of those 2 cards. They're gonna summon out Jugastapelia. Honestly, this card would be problematic, but you know what? We got Dark Ruler no more, man. So from here, let's go. We're gonna activate Dark Ruler no more. We're gonna stop them from activating this. They're gonna go ahead and scoop. We had Sophia in hand, and we had Irene. Plus, on top of that, we can still go into Magnifica, which means we get an instant banish. So we were really, really good at this point. Not much of an issue, to be honest. Even if I didn't want to use that, like the Dark Ruler, I could have just went into Magnifica anyways. Activate the effect, banish. If they chain that to me, I can go ahead and exceed into another Mikalis, and from there we can still get rid of it. So, and then we still had follow-up. So nice place. Let's get into the next video. All right, finally we are going to start off with packs, and they're going to go ahead and hit us with Maxi. Now honestly, this card is super annoying, but you know what, we're not playing Ash, so it just is what it is. I am going to activate triple tactics though. And we're gonna look at their hand just to see what they're playing, and it looks like they are playing Tearlaments, so they do end up actually getting a terraforming. We're gonna send that back in their hand. Now I don't summon anything on the field because we have evenly matched, so just in case, you know, we can do something with that. But they are gonna grab Poly, and at this point it looks like they brick, so they're just not getting what they need. And honestly, this is about just abusing Tearlaments, so that's what we're gonna do. Anyways, they are gonna maxi, so that was their top deck. So Maxi, and a King of the Swamp. So we now know that they had nothing. We're gonna summon out Martha. The issue with this Tearlament player is they don't know who we are. We are OTK, right? Exosister. So let's watch this. We're gonna start off by going into Mikalis. Mikalis, I am going to activate this effect. This way we can go ahead and grab 1 card, which is gonna be Pax. Pax is gonna be huge for us. Then we're gonna use Martha, and we're gonna use Ellis to go ahead, Elise to go ahead and make a Gibberine. Gibberine is going to be incredible for us because what Gibberine does is if we detach 1 card, then for the rest of the turn, all Exceed monsters that we can control gain 800 attack. So 800, 800, 3,300 on our Mikalis. We're gonna finally activate Pax. We're gonna use Pax to grab Martha, and because we have Martha in the graveyard, we can actually go ahead and summon it onto the field, making ourselves a 2nd copy of Mikalis. Not scared of Niv because we know no one's playing Niv in this format, and we're gonna go ahead and attack for Gibberine, Mikalis, and another Mikalis. 33, 33, and I believe the last one was like 20. Let's see, how much attack did that have? Either way, it was just GG's. It had 1,400, so 2,100 attack. That was just GG's. So anyways, as you guys can see, this deck is super good. Let's go and get into one last match. This one is going to actually not be against Tearlaments, but it's going to be against a mirror match of ourselves. Let's get into it. For the last match of the video, we are going to be going actually against a mirror match. Like I said, so we're gonna go and start off with Martha. Martha is going to get Ash, which does suck, but we do have Stella, and Stella is going to allow us to at least continue combo. So we're gonna activate Stella, bring out Martha, and then from there we're gonna go into Capstel. Now Capstel will activate this effect, allowing us to grab a card. All right, from the deck, we're going to grab Martha for follow-up. And then finally, we're going to put Vadis and also Eternia face down. So we have follow-up with Martha and then DD Crow. So from here, they're going to activate Pot of Prosperity. I'm not a fan of Pot of Prosperity in Exosisters. I feel like you need every name in there. But I mean, if you're searching, I mean, I guess you might as well search. Plus, another issue with Pot of Prosperity is like, you are also hitting, what's it called, like half your damage. So that really does suck. But anyways, they're going to activate Martha, and then we're going to activate Returnia, and then chain Vadis to it. This way we can get off a double combo, summoning out the Sophia and summoning out the Irene. And then from there, since we banish a card, we could immediately go ahead and make a Mikalise, which is another banish. They're going to go ahead and put 4-card set. So it looks like a 4-card set pass, but you know, it is what it is. Let's go ahead and get rid of the last card on the field, which is going to be Elise. Finally, from here, we're going to activate Mikalise's ability, allowing me to grab a Returnia. And then we're going to activate the Capstel, allowing me to grab a Sophia. So right here, we already have follow-up. We're going to go immediately into the Magnifica. However, we're going to actually be hit with Solemn Judgment. So that does suck, but look at that. They lose 3,600 of their life points. So, and now they're left with like 3 cards. They're going to go and activate Vadis. Vadis is going to take 800, allowing them to summon out a card, which we're a-okay because we're just not going to force anything to be banished from grave. We are going to get into a Dark Ruler No More here. We're going to go into a Mikalise play right here. And with me knowing what these cards are, I'm just going to hit the back row. Unfortunately, they are going to Returnias, which means they can go ahead into their follow-up plays. But that leaves them only 2,000 like life points. So here comes the Mikalise. Onto the field, we still get the banish the back row, which happened to be a Dimensional Fissure. So, you know, kind of trick play right there. But either way, we're going to go into Martha. Martha is going to go ahead and summon out the Ellis. And then from there, we can go into Aspi. I don't even know. Asfiel. That's how I always say it. I don't know. But anyways, we can bounce Mikalise back because Dark Ruler No More is going to negate it. So, nice little play here. And then finally, we can just go ahead and set the Returnia and end our turn. If you're wondering why we didn't attack, it's because of the fact that Dark Ruler No More, we can't do damage, so there's no point in going to battle phase and attacking for no reason. They're gonna go and set 1 card, so it looks like they just didn't draw the out there, which was Martha. But even if they drew Martha, they were still gonna get banished. So anyways, we just activate Returnia here, and then we're just gonna go ahead and directly attack, and that's gonna be GG's. So nice little play. They had some follow-up. We had some follow-up. They had some defense. We had a lot of offense though. But thank you all for tuning in. As you guys can see that Exosisters is in a really good spot right now, especially with Tearlaments being here. This is when they shine the most because half the time, no one's playing Ash Blossom. So because tier format, literally Ash doesn't really do too much. So this it's really good that we can finally play this without having to worry about Ash. Unfortunately, Maxi is still an issue, and you're going to be running into that no matter what deck you play, unless you're playing Flu on the Reese. But anyways, thank you all for tuning in. Peace.